off in the deep market, you are losing almost double. Any trade you sell in the bullish market, you are losing double. So why should you lose trade? Why should you close your trade? All those manual trading that we are doing that are in the bullish market, in the bearish market, and we are selling off manually, we are just depleting our capital. We are just depleting our USDT. USDT is the game here. If you don't have it, you are not in this market. So I needed to stress that, and I want to share my screen to take us to certain to take us to where the things I want to share with us today. Now, money management, I cannot overemphasize that. If you must sink to any strategy, understand the requirements. Because if you don't do, the market will leave you. It will leave you outside. You will break the chain and you will be outside the market. And you will no longer play in that market until the market comes back to that zone. And because this is on a wider coverage, I'm going to use a wider illustration on this. In crypto markets, we have three movements. We have the upward movement, which we call uptrend, or we call bullish market. That is when the prices are going up. It moves from $1 to $1.5 to $2 to $3. Is just moving. That is this. So in general movement, it's like this. It goes like this. So you can see market is just going, it's going up, it's going up. All the professional traders will call it, it's going higher highs, higher highs. All these things are points. All these points now are prices, price points, price points, price points. And this is what RoyalQ leverages on. So when the price is here now, RoyalQ buys. And when it comes here, RoyalQ sells. And drops more, RoyalQ buys. It goes down again, it buys. It comes up again, RoyalQ sells and be making money. Now, for those of us that are in crypto, that are good in crypto, prior to the invention of RoyalQ, we all buy from this point. When we buy at this point, we go here and put our take profit. So we wait for the market to move from here to this point. Now RoyalQ have come and told us that in between this place and this point this point A and this point B, that they can give us some dollars in between by all these small movements that market is making to get to this point. So we bought into it and said, okay, RoyalQ, get me this money. While I'm doing other things, I don't need to be looking at chart. Once price goes here, RoyalQ sells. It comes here, it buys. Goes here, it sells. Comes here. So it does all this movement. And even if in the next 100 years to come, this is how price movement would be. Price will never stay in one place or move from point A and stretch to point B. It's not possible. It has never happened and will never happen. Price will just do this dancing upward until it gets to this point it wants to go to. So that is for uptrend markets. That is for uptrend markets. Okay, that is for uptrend markets. Now, for downtrend is when market is going down. So we take, for example, here from, this is point A now. Sorry. Okay. So I need to clean this up. So we go from point A now and we move to point B. We go for point A now, which is here, to point B, because downtrend is like this. So market moves from point A and gets into point B. Oh, that's vanishing. Sorry. I need to change it to okay. So market moves from point A here and goes down to point B. So prior to RoyalQ coming into play, if I want to sell, for the people that are doing futures, they place their sell order here, they wait for it here. Now, also in both, but we are doing spot trading, so let me spare us that one. Now, for spot trading, for those of us that are doing in crypto, what we do is that when market is here, we allow it. So we come back, we wait for the market to come here, and we buy. I'm waiting for the market to come to now start going up. It's either doing replacement or growth. But from here, between here and here, when market is going down, market does this kind of thing. It does this kind of thing. So in whichever direction the market is going, market plays this music that RoyalQ dances to bring out money. So as market moves from here, you buy, it goes there, you buy. It comes here, you sell. It comes down here, you buy again. You go here, you sell. Comes down here, you buy. Goes here, you sell. Comes down here, you buy. Goes here, you sell. So if at any point the market is doing this and you break the chain, market will not see you. This market is not seeing you and I. Even if you are trading with $100,000, the market does not know you. This is a market that does over 7.3 trillion USD in a single day. So your 100K does not make any sense to the market. The market does not see it. So if you break the chain here, while the market is doing this, as soon as it comes here and sells, once it's going back to this place, the market will no longer see you. It will leave you here. The market will leave you at this place. And once the market leaves you at this place, that is when you start seeing minus 5.7, minus 15, minus 20, minus 25, even minus 35. That's when you start seeing those red. And you are praying that it will come back. Until market finishes its business in this place, which you are no longer part of, you will remain here. You will remain here. You will remain here. You will remain at this place until it decides to take up again. So now, I shared in my previous session, I told them that when we are in a bearish market, which we are in now, we have been in this market, this bearish market, from the 17th of May, 2021. We have been in this bearish market. In a bearish movement or market, it takes market longer time to recover, to move up, but it takes market lesser time to go down. So when you are in a bearish market, the downward movement is always deeper and higher than the upward. So what I mean is this: if we are in a downward movement like we are doing now, and I need everybody, if you can get this thing today, I think most of the complaints that we have about RoyalQ, we must have solved it, must have solved at least 80% of it. We are in a downward market right now. We are in a bearish market. Nobody will tell you that he knows when this bearish market will end. Like I used to tell people, we are likely going to be in this bearish market till December or even January. Nobody can predict that. Now, we are in a bearish market. So any movement that you make up now, When it wants to go down, it will go, the length will be more. Why? Because the market is generally on a downtrend. If he retraces, the next movement it will make will be higher than that. If he manages to go up, it will do this again, do this again. The next movement, you will see it will come, go below. So generally, it is a downtrend from point A to point B. So that is why you will see for us, we will see some weeks we are moving up, making some money. Before you know it, one move, everybody will start shouting. But the professionals among us here will tell you, they already know what it is all about. They will keep quiet. So anybody that is entering into crypto or that is doing this business should understand this. Generally, the market is on downtrend, and any movement downwards is always higher than the movement upward. So when you have an upward movement, you maximize it and also be cautious not to carry all your USDT, which is your king, which is your bullet, which is your everything. Carry it and put here. When you put all your USDT here, once market moves, you'll be crying. And no matter how you cry, market is not hearing your cry. Okay. The other point of the other market, which is, I said, is three. The other one, which we all know, I'm just trying to remind us of the things we know. That's the essence of this training. Just to remind us of what we know and re-emphasize on it. The other trend, the last one, the three major, these are not the only trends, but these are the three major trends. The other one is the other one is this one, the ranging market, where market does like this and is on like this. So market moves from here to here, 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 from here to here. So when market is doing like this, sometimes it will go up, sometimes it will come like this, sometimes it does, but you can look at it that is on a general trend. It's ranging. It's ranging. So RoyalQ also loves trending markets. Loves trending market in the sense that from point A, it buys, sells at B, buys at C, sells at D, buys at E, sells at F, buys at G, sells at H, buys at I, sells at J, and so on and so forth. So this is what the ranging market does. And when market is ranging, you need to understand the range that the market is. So if you don't understand it, it's always preferable in a ranging market that you put your take profit at 1%. It's safer. If you put your take profit at 1.5, the range may not be up to 1.5%, this range. So that's why you will see your coin blue. It's perpetually blue. Whereas market has done all this. Maybe your 1.5 is at this level, from here to this level. And market reaches here, goes back again, reaches here, goes back again, reaches here, and you are waiting for it. Whereas if you had put it on 1%, it would have taken it off, come back and buy, taking it off, buy again, taking it off, buy again. While the person waiting for 1.5 is waiting, you have done like 4 or 5 trades that have given you more than 5 or 6%. Do you understand? So that is why in my circle, when I notice a ranging market, because you can get a ranging market at the top of a trend, or at the bottom of a trend, or even in the middle. And a ranging market most times precedes a trend, either up or down. So when market is ranging, we're always also careful. We put it there so that, because there's after every range, there must be a trend, either uptrend or downtrend, depending on the timing. Okay. So having discussed that and letting us know that the importance of understanding the market, all I want to, hold on, let me check, let me clean this in up so that I can have my time to, oh, okay. Okay, so I'll just clean it out. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to, if you want to use Don Sammy strategy or any strategy, let me explain this. What I'm explaining now is general, so that because the essence of this is to make sure that the team members, whichever strategy you are using, you are making money. That's the essence. So no matter the strategy you are using, money management is very, very key. And I'm coming back to it, and I want to explain why it is so, and why also RoyalQ has also brought up a feature that is also helping us to play in the bearish market, which is the downtrend, and also play in the uptrend, and also play in the ranging market. Now, RoyalQ has what we call the sub-beam mode. Okay, and I know most of us have sub-beam mode. You can see it on your this thing, your sub-beam mode. So that mode it has something it plays. What that mode does is to tell us, just like a trader, that you have different markets. So that sub-beam mode sees cryptocurrency trading as a wholesaler, as somebody who is selling his goods in wholesale. So for you to sell your goods in wholesale, you need to have warehouse. And for you to have a warehouse, you need to, you have different warehouses. And because, like I said, the market has different locations. So in Nigeria now, we have different markets. We have Alaba International, we have Onitsha main market, we have Aba, we have main market in Ibadan. We also have every other market. Then we have also zones in Dubai. We have in different countries markets. Now I want to use that analogy. I want to use that to explain this sub-beam mode and what the strategies that are using them, as well as Donsammy strategy, why we use them. Now in the sub-beam mode, what it does is that the businessman comes and says, my goods from now henceforth, I don't want to be selling to retailers. I want to sell to wholesalers. I want to sell to people that have big money. I want to sell people that are buying in bulk. And he now came to, the person now came to Nigerian market and go to Alaba International and said, in Alaba International market, I'm going to have this Alaba, all this now is Alaba market. I'm going to have one warehouse, but with 4 partitions, with 4 sub warehouses, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in one warehouse. All the inside the warehouse, I divided them into 4, and they will determine the price that I will sell. So it goes to the first price. We are dealing with, let's say we are buying repo now. We are buying SRP, and we bought at $1 here at this warehouse, and it dipped by 1% because this is percentage. I'm just trying to explain. Let me use my strategy to explain this. This is 1%. This is on percentage. The percentage drop. The market dropped by 1%. It bought by $10. Market dropped by 1%. It bought, because Binance does not allow less than $10, so it will buy $10. It bought $10. Market dipped another 1%. It bought another $10. It dipped another 10%, 1%. It bought another $10. It dipped another, the fourth one. It dipped 2%. he bought another $10. So by 5% dip, 5% dip, the market has bought 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the initial $10. That's $50. Okay. Now, when market bought this $50, it categorized them, all of them, in one warehouse, which is this yellow warehouse now. This is Alaba market. Market is still here. The average price of this, I bought this one at $1. It came to 0.8, $1. Let's just do small mathematics. $1 here. Here is 0.8, 0.8. Here is 0.6, 0.6. Here is 0.4, 0.4. It bought it. Now, it plus the initial $1.2 it bought. So we have $1.2 plus $1, that is 2.2, plus 0.8, that is $3, plus 0.6 and 0.4, that's $4. It now divides it into 5. When it divided it into 5, it is not, the thing is now coming at average price at 0.8. So this entire warehouse now, the owner said, I'm not going to sell any goods here less than 0.8. That is my average price. So for me to sell this thing, the SRP must come above 0.8, which should be, if I set it at 1.3, which should be 0.9, which is 0.85. So when SRP reaches 0.85, I sell. Now, we are in a bearish market. The market continues to go down. So what this thing means now is, as soon as market reaches here and enter the fourth dip, which is 3% dip, market does another 3% dip, we move from Alaba market to Onitsha market. Different location entirely. So in this location, the owner came here and rented another warehouse, but a smaller warehouse, and stocked the goods here. This is where they are not trading. So under this Onitsha, market is doing here, 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 here. So RoyalQ, if you are here, the market went here, you bought. In this place, it will not sell market that is in Onitsha. It will come and sell in Alaba. No. While you are still in this Onitsha market, you have moved a different zone. The seller, the business is now in this zone. The business is now happening here. So once the market moves up, it sells. It comes here, it comes down here, it buys, sells here, buys, sells here. But what it will be buying and selling is just one of these tokens. That's what market will be buying and selling. What it will buy and sell here, go and understand. Sorry, excuse me.
So while we wait for Don Sammy to come, I will just summarize a few things that have been said so far. One of the things is key money management strategy. Don't be carried away with the money you're making in one day and jeopardize your long haul. Okay, very important. Whatever strategy you're using, make sure you understand how much percentage or how much dollars you should keep for the dips. All right, this is very, very, very important. Don't worry how much you're making a day or that your USDT is idle. You cannot predict when the market is going to go deep, right? And the reason is that technical indicators cannot tell you everything about the market.
Sorry, guys.
All right, great.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, guys. So when it's doing this inside this place, what it's doing is using the parameter that is on this market, because Each market has their own policy and their parameter. So the parameter you set here now we set it for $10. So it will be buying $10, selling it, buying it, selling it in this until market decides to either go up back to Lagos, Alabama market, or move down to another location. Say we are done with you. Once market moves from this place and enter maybe Dubai markets now, he now said, okay, I want to move to Dubai. He went to Dubai market, and that is this place. It will now change its parameter. Everything is going to buy is at 3%, another the percentage dip. When you calculate the total percentage dip, now it's doing 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. This is 11. It's now 11% dip. So when market is here, it will start playing the same ball here, and RoyalQ will begin to bounce the same, do the same dance on this. Why this place is all this one is still on red because market has left this place. All these ones are still on red, but it's still buying with this money you have here because you have money in this market. You have a shop in this market. You will continue to play with this market. If market finish doing its deal here, it can decide to move up or still go to another location and move from Dubai to South Africa, which is another location altogether, another market, another 3%, which is now the total dip will now be 15%. But because you are playing in this market, your entire dip will not be 15%, rather less, because you are playing in the market. You are following the market to move. The movers of market are moving, you are following them. Anywhere, you are ready for them. They are anywhere they are going, you are ready. Anywhere they are going, you are ready. So when they came and pitched their tent here, they will be surprised to see that you already have a shop here. You start trading. You start trading and you start making that money. And they said they don't like your face. They move down again. Come here. You are here. And they went to Nairobi and they saw you there again. You have a shop in Nairobi. You start, once they pitch their tent, you start trading. They move again. So in this strategy, you have a total of 30% dip for the market to take you out. And from my analysis, market in a day has not done 30% dip and never return. Any market that does that, when they do like that, steep market, they always retrace at least 38%. They come back. Some retrace back to 50. Some even retrace back 100% retracement. It's either they are hunting stop loss or whatever. Okay, so that is the thing. But what happens when you don't follow the allocated or the recommended money markets? See what happens. Let me clean this thing again. See what happens to you, and that is what happens to many of us here. Now, market is moving down. Okay, you have been playing along. You played along when market was in Alaba. You played along very well. Then you had, let's say you are supposed to give this market $120. Okay, but you now said, this market is wasting time. Let me give it 66. Use it to buy 2 coins. 2 coins means you have 60 for this one and 60 for that one. You did the initial buying of 10. Market dipped by 1%. It collected another 10. Dipped another percent. You are still in Alaba market. Collected another. Dipped another 1%. Collected another. Dipped another 2%. Collected another. After 5% dip, market has collected $40 plus the one you have, that's 50. The next movement, market say, let's go to Onitsha market here. That's 60. That is where you are stuck. So you either, market can decide not to trade here and say, we visited Onitsha. Onitsha is not good. Let's go down to, let's just move to Dubai and go and do some shopping in Dubai. Once market does this movement, you are off. That is when you start getting message that we could not buy SOL because of insufficient fund. We could not buy AVAX because of insufficient fund. That is when you start getting, and once you start getting that, they will now put your margin call to open margin call because you cannot do another margin call. Now, what it means is that they are telling you that market has left you in this location. We have moved down to this location. So you stay in this location and wait for us until we come back. And between you and I, sometimes it takes 1 week. Sometimes it takes 2 weeks. Sometimes it might take 1 month for markets to come back from Dubai to Onitsha main market. It takes that long. That is why you see some people, some coins red for 2 weeks, red for 3 weeks, and you are shouting, RoyalQ is not doing anything, whereas you did not obey. Because what this thing does for you is, by the time you flow with the market, you are in the market trend. As you are buying this, you are reducing the average price. This place now becomes your starting point of buy. Market goes down to this place. This place now becomes your starting point of buy. So as you are buying here, when market start picking, you will still be picking all the small money, all the coins, all the dollars here, till market comes to meet your main warehouse. And once it comes in here, it sells off. Because by the dips you have bought, you have brought down the entire price of this place from that $1.2 to about $0.6. So once it reaches $0.6, it sells off. And you are good. But if market cuts you off here, you are off, you will hang here. Market will come here, do all the trading, come here, do all the trading. People are making money, come here, do all the trading, come here, do all the trading, and you are complaining, why is my strategy not working? But you are the one that took yourself out of the trade. That is actually what happens. So make sure that your money management, any strategy you are using, stick to the strategy. If you want to use Donsammy strategy, please, if you are using $10, you want to trade on $10, you must allocate minimum of $120 per coin. That is it. So when market does all these things and decides to go back, you follow the market. So anywhere market is going, you are following him. Anywhere market is going, you are following, you are making money day in, day out. So if market reaches here and decide to go below 30, you wait. Your coins will not be on open margin call. They will still be there waiting for market, because from what I have seen, every market that moves above 30, every market that moves above 30, it does not take it more than a day. It comes back below 30. So even if it moves above this 30, before you know it, within hours, it comes back here and you start trading again. By the time everybody is in one, we are all together, you will now see that we can even move our strategy down to 15 dips. But 11 dips is more than enough for any strategy to work effectively. So stick to that money plan. If you don't come and use $100 to say you are trading 3 coins. If you are using $100 and trading, you will be cut off just at Alaba market straight. You will cut off and you will be there. We will be here. All of us will be here doing our business, down, doing our business. And you will be there. That's when you will now start seeing yourself on 35% red. And mind you, for you to do manual replenishment, you must have more than ×2 of the money that is hanging, depending on the percentage of dip. So my admonishment, I'm admonishing everybody here, please. I know the professionals here know what I'm talking about, but everybody, for the sake of everybody, money management is the first success, the platform for success. Like I used to tell you, USDT is the king. Anybody that has the USDT has all it takes. USDT is the king. He who has USDT has everything in crypto markets because you have advantage. There are a lot of times market will present to itself more advantage. It's now left for you to buy more. But if you don't have USDT, by using it to just you want to trade all the 71 coins that RoyalQ is offering, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to anybody because one straight dip, you are gone. One short dip, you are gone. 10%. Some people are the type of trading you are doing. By the time the market does a 10% dip, just 10% dip, you see people. Some people will start crying. It's because you didn't manage your money well. So for Don Sammy's strategy, before I open up for questions and comments, for Don Sammy's strategy, for you to trade effectively and be in the market, you must allocate minimum of $120 per trade, per coin. That is what will keep you in the market. No matter how market does, you will be making money every day, every blessed day. That is how that one works. So I want to show you something now. Okay, sorry. Let me okay. Now, if you look at these charts, if you want to, with Don Sammy strategy, you have $1,000, for example. You can, and you are trading $10 per coin. You can only trade 9 coins. You can only trade 9 coins. With $1,000 per coin, if you want to trade on $20 first buying call, you must trade only 5 coins. With $1 per coin, if you want to trade on $30 per coin, you must trade only 3 coins. If you don't do that, any other thing you are doing is gambling, and any little dip, you'll be in a very big shit. That is how it operates. And no matter the strategy, any strategy you are looking, some strategies will tell you 240. Stick to it, you will be in the market. Some will tell you 140. Stick to it, you will be in the market. Don't say, it's too much. You know, when you are trading before and it's making money and you are seeing excess balance of $100, you say, this dollar is wasted. No USDT is a waste. The more you have USDT, the more power you have for the market. That is the main thing. That is what you need to know, everybody. Thank you. I open up for questions. Thank you. Okay.
All right, so it's time for question and answers. Let's look at the charts. Let's see what we have there. Okay, no questions in the chat boxes. So I think, Mr. James, you can, if you want to ask a question, just raise your hand. Mr. James is going to ask you to unmute yourself, and we'll take it from there. People are saying no details of Don Sammy strategy. He mentioned it already. He told
all the people that are sinking the strategy, they have it in their settings. But this is just what it is. This is just what it is. Okay, look at it here. I showed it here. Sorry, I showed it here. So this is the strategy. This is Don Sammy strategy. This is
Okay,
just
sir.
a summary. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, actually, I just want to be clear. My name is James. I want to be clear with the strategy you made mention of. Does it mean that no matter how the dip goes, you can still be in the market if you have like that 140, 240 that you made mention of before? That no matter how the market is, you will still be in the you will still be on the trade, as in there won't be a kind of law, even though if it is even though it lasts for 1 month, you still be on the trade, sir.
Okay, if you are listening to me well, I said based on my research, my personal research,
Yes, sir.
market dips have not successfully sustained that above 30%.
Okay.
Market dips have not sustained it. When it can I've seen markets that have done 39, 36 dip, but before the end of that day, it comes back to 25 to even like 219. So that's why I pegged this dip at about 30%. It does not say that tomorrow, like I used to tell people, no technical analysis. Technical analysis can work very well in forex, but crypto has proven that yes, technical analysis are good, but crypto can mess every technical analysis up at any time it pleases. So you can see a day you can come, you can even see 100% dip. You understand? But from what we have seen from crypto,
yes,
what we have seen from crypto markets, see how the major dips come. They do like this. They do this way. They do this way. They do this way. That's how market does. So that is what RoyalQ leverages. It doesn't mean that market doesn't do like this. It does, but it's on rare cases. And when it does, you also see retracement almost immediately to a certain level. Sometimes it goes to see 50%, sometimes 70, 78, sometimes 38. Okay. So, but ideally, with this strategy, if you maintain it and keep the money there, you will always be in the market. You will not be shut out. You will always be in the market. Wherever they are going, you are following them.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So they're in a very big deep. How can they?
You know, there is a deep that is deeper than deepest. There is a deep that when you are looking at it, it's as if the deep is deeper than the deep itself. Okay, so there is always a position, there is always a way out. When you are in deep, there is always, when you are in deep, for example, you entered here and you are now here, you found yourself here. Okay. Now, what I recommend, let's say you are trading on 4 coins, for example. Out of the 4 coins, 3 are in deep. Now, 1 is doing well, and you don't have any backup funds, no backup USDT, and you don't have any expectation that you have the USDT any soon. What you do is 2 things. You wait for the market to come back to your location where you are trapped. 1, 2, and how to do that is you put all those coins on one shot. The 3 of them, put them on one shot, and still be managing with the one you have, praying to God that they will do fast and come back to your location. Or you can decide to say, okay, let me This one that is functioning well now, I'll put it on one shot to have USDT that I can use to do manual replenishment. Now, in manual replenishment, what you are doing is that you bought this price at A, price is now at B. If let's say the thing is holding $50, you need minimum of $50 additional to bring this position now that you are in. Your point A will now move from here to this up. This will now be your A. So that when this market comes up to this place, it will meet this guy, and little movement, it will sell off to sell off on profit. That is one way. And for you to do manual replenishment, please, you must do it when market is retracing or when market is reversing. Now, not everybody here is a professional crypto trader. So I won't be telling you to go and look at charts. The easiest way, which RoyalQ also has its way of giving you signal, is when you go to your RoyalQ, that coin, you will see at the down of your coin, when you click on it to open it on qualitative or on main view, you will see where they are writing 1% on green or red. As long as that thing is still on red, don't do any manual replenishment. Allow the market to finish its run. Let the market finish until it gets to this place and say, I'm tired. And how to dictate that simply as a novice or as a newbie in RoyalQ is that market will start coming back. You will now go to your RoyalQ, you will see them. Maybe you are on 30% deep here. You will see that place. That place is giving you 2% green, plus 2% or plus 5.2%. Once you have seen above 2%, it means, or above 1.5, it means the market is either doing retracement or is doing reversal. So, and for you to effectively replenish. Hello? So it means that the market is either doing retracement or is doing reversal. Retracement means market goes down and just move back a bit to come down again. This is called retracement. So sometimes market does 38% retracement, which in our own Fibonacci tool, which should be like about 5% or even 10%. So if market does between 5 to 10% that retracement, once market has done 2% or 3%, you can now do manual replenishment because you were here before. You can now do manual replenishment to come so that this your point A will come down to this place. So by the time market is retracing, it will hit that place, give you 1% and cash out. So once it cashes out, what it means is that it has brought your entire position of that market from this place to this place. So you are now in the market. Once it buys out, it will cash out all the one you used to bring it here and the one it is holding already. So if I am making sense to you, you wait for the market to retrace. And the best way as a newbie, I won't ask you to go and be looking at charts. Check when that's your coin, the percentage growth is now on green and is doing 1.5 to 2%. That is the time you can now say, okay, let me try manual replenishment. So you have another $50, you add it, it becomes $100, and it will bring down your position from here to this point. So that as market is retracing, it will go there, take you out on profit, and you are good. You will recover your money. Otherwise, wait for market to finish whatever they are doing down here and come back to meet you. Remember, crypto trading requires patience. Please, it's not a Ponzi scheme. It is not a get-rich-quick thing. Yeah, you can get rich quick, but it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a trading. is a trading. Liken yourself as a trader in the market. Be patient. Give it time. You will make it. Thank you.
Thank
All
you
right.
very
So
much. Okay.
I also observed that people are saying, what are the details of Don Sammy? There's not like one strategy. There's a strategy for uptrend, strategy for sideways market, strategy for the dip. So he adjusts as needed, and he looks at the charts.
I adjust that. Okay, thank you for that. I don't have permanent strategy. Okay, I adjust based on markets. So that's once you sync to my strategy, you always be seeing changes. You always be seeing changes in my settings, because I monitor the market. When market is ranging, I change both my take profits, everything. I change it. When market is uptrend, I change it for you to optimize the uptrend. When market is downtrend, I also change the settings. So I have different settings for different market movements. So as market is moving, I'm changing it, and it's reflecting on your own trades. Thank you.
All right. So what do you have to say, Don Sammy? You know, RoyalQ brought out a write-up saying $15, but yeah, 12, 13 will work, right?
12 is fine. I recommend 12. And the reason for that 12 is because when you are executing trade, if you are for the professional crypto traders here, they can tell you there will be a time you put up a position, you want to catch up with the market. Because market is moving, it will not execute your trade. But one thing that is unique about this RoyalQ is that I noticed that it is the fastest executor I have ever seen. It executes trades very, very well. So, but even in the midst of that, that's why when you see yourself, you put up a trade for $20, you will not see that the trade just bought only 19. That was what it could buy before the market moved against it. So when you put up a trade at $10, you will now notice that by the time market the bot want to execute it, market, especially in the high volatile trend, the market must have moved. It will not execute that trade. It will not execute that $10 until when it completes it. And because Binance has made it that a single trade must not be lower than 10. So RoyalQ is saying 15, but me, I'm saying 12 is okay. Also, so that to also help us manage our money, so that by the time you are executing your trade, even if it doesn't clean the 12, it will get you 10 or 10 point something or 11, or even sometimes get you everything. Thank you.
All right. So before we hand over to James, just like I told you earlier, somebody sent me a voice note that said, "I want to stop. I want to remove this RoyalQ. I want to quit." So what do you? If somebody's struggling with the trade, what's your suggestion to the person? Irrespective of the strategy the person is using, what's the suggestion for 2 weeks, 3 weeks after joining RoyalQ? And then we'll hand over to James.
Okay. My suggestion to the person is you have to give this trade a time. Now, the person should just change your money management. Is very, very key. You know, if you are not psychologically balanced, you will not manage the market. And that's what RoyalQ has come to take away from you. I find it funny when people are on RoyalQ and their eyes are on the bots. I don't know. I think I've discussed that thing with you. This thing has taken me, it has made life better for me. I can't put up my trade and be putting my eyes on the bot. What am I doing when what the bot's supposed to be doing? Bot's supposed to be awake 24 hours every day doing this trade. So why should I bother myself? The only thing is that if I check it and the strategy is not working, I tweak it to get better result. But I don't stay on the bot at all times. It's just like you saying on the chart. It doesn't make sense. So what I can tell the person is, change your money management. If you have $120, buy only one coin. Use it. If the coin is not doing well, change it to one shot, let it sell out, change to another coin. If you have 240, buy 2 coins only. Don't use 240 to go and buy 5 coins. It will leave you and you have a negative experience. This thing is the best thing that has ever happened to a crypto market. Honestly, this is what the best, because for the professional guys here, they will tell you if they buy at point A, they will go and set their this thing at point B, waiting for it. Sometimes it will take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. It has not come. Market is dipping. But RoyalQ has said, before even you get there, let me dance this thing and get you some money. So while you get to your point, it keeps you on in the market. It keeps you up to date of what market is doing. And at the same time, you make money and also learn. So let's give RoyalQ that time and be patient with it. And I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Change your money strategy. Come to us. Let the person, let's talk with the person, bring the person on board. Let's put the person into a good strategy with good money management. In 1-2 weeks, the person will come and confess. That's what I can tell you. The person will change, his confession will change.
All right, thank you very much, Don Sammy. I appreciate you. So I will tell you this: there's nothing like RoyalQ. Forget what anybody is telling you. In crypto market, you need to have patience. The market does not care about you. You want to make money, market no care. You have to be patient and let the market, the bot do its work for you. So thank you very much for the opportunity, Mr. James. Over to you. Yeah, Captain James, the money man. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Next person. Okay. TD. Seems.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Chidi, and I can say I'm a newbie on this RoyalQ too, but I've been able to make some trades. And the challenges I've been experiencing lately, you have partially explained it, though I haven't been clear about the deep thing, because I'm not too familiar with crypto. Though I store coins, but I don't trade. I just buy and store until a friend introduced me to this RoyalQ and said I can make more money from it. So when I registered, I rushed. I had a lot of red stuff, like you just said earlier, on my RoyalQ, this thing. I have a lot of red stuff, a lot of coins that are dead, are already red. So until I started to notice 1 or 2 things about it, that you shouldn't rush and do all those things. So my question now, I have 2 questions. The first one is, can I come out of this without any loss? Like, is it possible to come out of this red dip of these numerous coins I bought without any loss? And then the second question is, there is one thing I noticed about RoyalQ, because I was told that the app will buy for you when it's down and sell for you when it's up. So I need to be clear about it. And secondly, if it sells, do the capital return to your USDT back and the profit to the coin? For instance, when you buy Matic and it sells, the return of the profit you got from the Matic, it will return to the Matic wallet app, obviously. But what about the USDT capital? Will it still come back? I don't know. I just want to understand one or a few things about these questions I've just asked.
Okay. Well done for your question. And let me the first question you asked, you see this dip you are in now?
Yeah.
We'll come out of it on horse. you will come out of it without losing any money. Patience is the key. 2, there are many ways to come out of it. The first one is what I just told you. Wait for the market to come back to your location. You start making money again. Okay. And if you have more than one coins or 2, every coin has a season. And I failed to mention that every coin has a season. Some coins in a day, they can have their season twice. Some will have their season 3 times. Some their seasons can last like 3-4 days. Every coin. So you will have like 4 coins in deep. All of a sudden, you see one peak, piam, and come out. What makes RoyalQ feel, or some people feel that they are not seeing the impact of RoyalQ is, look at what RoyalQ does. RoyalQ buys at, these are levels now. If you are seeing my screen, these are levels. This is level 1. This is $1. This is price is $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. So this coin was at $1. RoyalQ bought it here, So it moves to $2. RoyalQ sold, sold it here, and allow it to retrace small. RoyalQ bought at 1.8. Remember, he sold at $2. He bought at 1.8. He moves again to $3. He sold. He started moving again. Retraces small. $3.1. He bought again. Remember, he sold at $3. He bought 3.1. Where do you think he's going to get that 3.1? He will go to that your USDT saw, collect additional $1, that's $0.1, and add to the 3 and buy. He moves to this point at $4. He sells it. Okay. Now, when he sells it, he returned gain of $0.9 here. But want to buy again at $4. It will pick it again to buy at $4. Now, this your dollar that was 1 before now. Now it's now $4. But it is in this coin called AVAX. It's not in USDT. Okay. If you want to see it in USDT, you put this AVAX, put it on one shot. If you put it on one shot, once it sells at 4.5, once it sells at 4.5, everything, both the principal and the capital, comes here in your USDT. Okay. Okay. That's one. I think that one has answered that question.
Yes, I understand. Yes.
Okay. I think there was another one you asked. Is it the deep stuff? Eh? Okay, I've answered that one now. That you come out of that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Well done.
Yeah, Captain James. Okay, let me just look through, since James, maybe let me just look through the chat. Yeah, the meeting is going to be on YouTube, all right?
Yeah, okay, this is it. We're already, the time is already going. If you have questions, you can drop it probably on the YouTube or thereabout. We will attend to your questions because our time is already fast spent, and I'll meet with your upline, definitely attend to that. Thank you very much, Mr. Don Sammy, and thank you very much, Mr. Andy Lux, You guys have really done a wonderful job in analyzing the way people praising generally on how the market works, because a lot of people just feel, oh, let me put this, let me put this, let me put this, and they don't even know the dynamics, the ideology behind money management. And then one thing is your strategy name, so that they can connect. Someone said, how do we connect with Don Simon, please?
From Circle, Don Sammy. You also type Don Sammy, you will see.
Just go to
it's on
Circle. Circle, you see Don Sammy.
Yeah.
Go to just go to Cycle, you see Don Sammy. So thank you very much, sir, for
Thank you.
for your time. So I will call it a night, and we can actually go and do other things. And Mr. Andy Lux, do you have anything to say before we round up?
No, just to appreciate you for the good job, and let's keep building this. We want tens of millions of Nigerians to be RoyalQ.
Exactly. Okay, thank you very much. So we have our next training on Tuesday next week. This week, Tuesday. I said our training, back office training, is always on Tuesdays and on Sundays. So I hope to see you there. Invite your members and registered members and activated members. So hope to see you.